What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we're going to be doing the evolution of NBA 2K MyTEAM from NBA 2K13 to NBA 2K18. It took me a lot of time to make this video, so it would be greatly appreciated if you guys could leave a like. If we could hit 250 likes in this video, that would be insane. But anyway, now let's get onto it. So NBA 2K13 was the start of MyTEAM for NBA 2K. At this stage, FIFA had already done Ultimate Team for a few years and that had done well. I'm not sure how Madden's Ultimate Team was, but 2K decided to get a start into it. So basically, with 2K13 MyTEAM, we opened up a starter pack. There were bronze, silver, and gold cards, and it was only 3 of those tiers. You went to a marketplace after opening the pack, and you could use VC to buy any current NBA player. And the price of these current NBA players were based on how they played in real life, nothing to do with how good they were in game. So you'd see cards like Kawhi Leonard, who I think was a low-rated silver but had a breakout year, being more expensive than Derrick Rose, who's a 95 overall because he was injured that year. So a lot of kind of weird things like that happened in the game. Also, the only way to pull legend cards was to open up boosters. Boosters in this game didn't even guarantee you a player. If you opened, I think it was a purple booster, you were guaranteed a player, but it could be a player of any tier. If you opened up a bronze, silver, gold pack, you weren't guaranteed a player. In-game, you had to pay a salary for every player that was above a bronze tier, so it was rare enough to see all gold teams. A lot of time you'd see a lot of bronze players on benches for teams. Also, signature skills were there in place of badges, and people could have a max of 3 if they were a gold, and they'd be costing a certain amount of VC to have a signature skill as well. So it was a lot more variation squads than you see now. Also, in this game, people are saying it wasn't as pay to win and pay to win started later. This was more pay to win than anything. Because if you wanted a card like a LeBron James, you could either spend, less than $5. You could either spend a bit of money and you get the LeBron James straight away from the auction house or the market back then, or you could grind. It would take about a week to grind of VC to get the LeBron James. So if anything, the game was more pay to win back then. It was also extremely bare bones. It was a road to the playoffs where the rewards were a Larry Bird, a Magic Johnson, and a Michael Jordan. The 3 best cards 3 best star cards in the game. So that was really good. And yeah, really fun. I really enjoyed NBA 2K13 MyTEAM. Very, very bare bones, and there wasn't a lot of people playing it, but it was a really fun game mode. In NBA 2K14, we had MyTEAM on the current gen, and we also had MyTEAM next gen. Well, last gen, current gen now. But on the one on the PS3, it was a little bit different because there was no longer a market, meaning that the only way you could obtain cards was by opening packs. There was also another way, but it was very, very difficult. So basically, there was a schedule mode. And in this schedule mode, you had to play 82 games of the regular season for a team, and they were all 5-minute quarter games. And you could obtain some Sapphire cards through that. A great idea, but just unrealistic that anyone would be able to complete them. It's even more of a grind in schedule mode this year. But yeah, all these cards were gold cards, and I'm looking through a Nick the Bulls fan video back when he literally had every card in this version of the game. But this was before the days of 3-point cheesing. This was when Cash Nasty was the best player in the world. But yeah, this was a kind of a strange game mode. And I'm not going to show the gameplay because it was the exact same as 2K13. But this game was literally a cash grab. If you didn't have the money, you couldn't really get these players. But at the same time, there was the VC glitch, and I forgot to mention this in 2K13. That if you just sim the game and put like 2 seconds to go, and then you just kept loading up the save files, you could constantly get VC. And that was a way to make about 10k VC an hour. So that's about a gold pack an hour, which was not too bad. But it was either a lot of grinding the glitches or a lot of money, because 2K14 on the last gen was as much of a money grab as any. And actually, no, to be fair, 2K14 PS4 was even worse. Now let's go on to that one. So 2K14 next gen or current gen now was arguably the second most fun time I've had playing MyTEAM after 2K15. But the best thing about these packs, because obviously there was no marketplace, you could only get cards from packs, was that you could open specific team packs. So if you wanted a specific player from a specific team, you could open up team packs. Although VC was more expensive, the cards actually did sell for quite a lot. And once you locked in a collection, to get the best player, often you had to lock in a collection, you could go and sell the cards you didn't want, and you could use those to open up packs for other teams. There was also a VC glitch involving MyGM in this game, so it was quite easy to obtain MT. And I didn't spend a cent on VC this year, and I had basically all the greatest cards in the game. This was the game where 2K introduced diamond players. These diamond players were either for collection rewards I think there was it a Shaq for completing the star? No, it was 2K15. It was a LeBron for getting the best player on every NBA team. Was it a Melo for a star? I can't remember. And Rose, I think, for getting every card in the game. But there was also the introduction of locker codes. Around Christmas time, they gave out a pink diamond Kobe Bryant. And then, sorry, not a pink diamond, a diamond Kobe Bryant. Then there was a diamond Kevin Durant where the code got leaked about 3 times. So it was kind of a little bit strange when it came to locker codes and stuff. But at the same time, there wasn't enough people playing, enough people going crazy about it, that it wasn't as big a problem as in 2K15 and onwards. Game modes wise, it still had Road to the Playoffs, which was the same as the PS3 version, but did have a domination mode, which was a lot more bare bones than it was now. And crazy enough, you didn't use all bronze players in domination. You really struggled for some reason. So that wasn't really great in my opinion, but it did set kind of the groundworks for the domination we have now, which is the most in-depth we've had in a long time. And now we're on to 2K15. This was the first year they had the auction house. You no longer just have to discard your duplicate players. And this was great for guys that want to buy low, sell high, trade, snipe. And this is what I did. I didn't spend a cent on this game, and again had almost the best God squad. The road to the playoff rewards were a little bit underwhelming because a lot of them did get better versions of them some stage during the game. And there was one big thing that got a lot of people millions of MT, and it was the MT glitch. So basically, they used to give a 25k reward for completing certain collections, and then you could go and sell all those players back for say 25 to 30k, and then just rinse and repeat, make account after account, and build up millions and millions of MT. It's the reason why you can't sell cards you've locked into collections. And it's the reason why people blame Shake and Bake for everything, because he's the one who told people about this glitch after he made his millions of MT. 2K15 was the year that I started YouTube, and this is actually my gameplay from my 2K15 videos. Sorry about the kind of weird transitions, but yeah, so with 2K15 there's a lot of really cheesy things. It was the first year of players with high 3-point ratings really dominating. And with the introduction of the shot meter, as well as patch 4 making just contested shots go in every single time, it just became an absolute cheese fest. And I've also completely forgot to talk about locker codes this year. Locker codes were crazy. Locker codes basically were the best cards in the game that were given out for free, and without doubt about it, like no doubt about it, the best cards in the game were given out for free by locker code. And people went crazy over these. They released a Pink Diamond MJ and LeBron James later in the year that they actually put a character missing to try troll people. That was absolutely crazy. Some of them got leaked. They leaked the Karl Malone locker code after leaking a couple of the ones in 2K14. But yeah, 2K15 in general is considered to be the most fun. This year they actually put in a load of new tiers of cards. And those tiers were obviously 9 of them right here. Emeralds were like season upgrades. So people that did really well, they're like the equivalent of moments cards this year, but they're given out a lot less often. Sapphire were reward cards, cards you got from completing the game, completing certain collections. Diamond cards were reward cards as well, but they were only for completing, like, say, a certain amount of card goals, being the best player in every team, or completing every historic collection. Pink Diamonds were locker code players. They were the cards that made people go crazy. Onyx were throwback players. Ruby were like the themed players, like, say, the best defensive players, the dunkers. I think it was Pickpocket. I can't remember what it was, but it was Stealers. And then there was playmakers and stuff, and then all-time scorers. So they were the Ruby cards. And then Bronze, Silver, and Gold. The funniest thing about Bronze, Silver, and Gold is that overall didn't necessarily make much of a difference. You had 98 overall gold cards from available day one. And then you had cards like Drew Holiday, who was an 84 rated silver. And there were some gold cards that were rated like 79, like Josh Smith. So it was kind of really weird how they did the ratings in this game. Now we're on to NBA 2K16. And this is when I actually started putting tiers by overall. So no matter what type of team a card was, there was gold above 80, amethyst above 90, and diamond above 96. And there was also silver below between 70 and 80, and then below 70 was bronze. And also they had dynamic rating cards. They also had throwback cards, historic cards they always had. But the dynamic rating cards really did not work out too well because they took so long to update it sometimes, and other times they'd update it 4 times in 4 days, so it was just really kind of inconsistent. This was also the year where the price of cards got really out of hand because coin selling became a big factor, and a lot of cards started going for close to the million MT mark, which was crazy. Gameplay in general I thought was very similar to 15, but there was a new game mode called the Gauntlet, which is like a 3v3 blacktop type game mode, which is really good because you keep resetting and get all the new good cards. As you guys can see here, I'm literally playing against what was the best card in the game at the time, the 97 overall Kareem. But yeah, this was a really fun game mode, and I hope they bring it back, or even something like this, or MyTEAM Blacktop back in 2K19 anyway. 2K17 was the year I really started to take off on YouTube, but it was the year of the many tiers. It was the year when they started bringing tiers up by like 3 or 4. It was also the year of the intangibles. Basically, what I mean by that is that they'd give players the stats of a 99 overall, lower an intangible stat which didn't do anything in game, make them lower rated players. It's the year that people really started to figure out that overall itself made absolutely zero difference to the majority of people in game. Gameplay in 2K16, however, was almost as bad as it got. Like, it was the first year of 5 out when TJRD basically figured it out how to score every single time. And it was also the year where they started giving players randomly high 3-point ratings for no reason. It was really just a less significantly bad version of 2K18 gameplay wise. Well, good or bad depending on what way you're looking at it. But yeah, it was one of those type of games that everything just became a 5 out fest. And if you weren't 5 outing, you were probably going to lose the majority of games in 2K17 anyway. 2K17 was also the first time since 2K14 we had a road to the playoff system where there was no restrictions from the get-go. You could use your God Squad straight away. And yeah, like other game modes, they still had domination. This was the first year of historic domination. And in 2K, they still had Blacktop, and they hadn't taken it out and replaced it with a terrible pack and playoffs mode at this stage. And now we're on to 2K18 MyTEAM. The year of the pink diamond, the year of every card being able to do everything, the year of the demigod. The year that they managed to screw up draft mode, which all they had to do was look at what EA did, and they took out Blacktop. This is probably the most frustrating year of MyTEAM, and like the fact that there's 2 cards in this game that are 99 every single stat just kind of sums up how ridiculous it is. Because of the high overalls of every card and basically everything, 5 out and snatchbacks became incredibly overpowered. 3-point cheesing became overpowered. It was basically like a more overpowered version of absolutely everything that we've seen in 2K17. It was basically like 2K17 on steroids. Like every card could do absolutely everything and everyone was a demigod. It just became a game where anyone who had any sort of skill could beat any other player. And also, play with friends was on pro difficulty rather than all-star from the year before. So basically, every bit of cheese from 2K17 was just multiplied by 10 in 2K18. They did a lot right with 2K18 with content-wise, giving us new cards. But like, to be completely honest, the gameplay was just so flawed this year that it really was just frustrating for the majority of players. So yeah, that's all we know so far. In 2K19, there has been no MyTEAM information given, except that MyTEAM is probably the main focus next year. There are a few things that I can guarantee that you guys are going to be extremely excited about with NBA 2K19 MyTEAM, but you'll find out about them when the trailer comes out. As you guys can see, there's been a huge change almost year after year. While I don't think there's much of a change between 17 and 18, there was a huge change between 16 and 17, between 15 and 16, and 14 and 15 was a huge change. By the looks of it, the odd number ones are normally the bigger upgrades from the even number 2Ks. So who knows, maybe 2K19 will have a big difference MyTEAM wise on the other two. So anyway, that's the video. If there's anything I missed out, leave in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.